Alright. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here with another video right here on Killer Old Demon 669. Brooklyn style, bitch. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to my other channels, all the links down below. Friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Alright. What I want to do in this video, and this is my second of my 3 straight videos. You know, last night I did my NXT review, so if you didn't see my NXT review, go watch it before you watch this video. And I got my TNA review coming probably Saturday morning, maybe late Friday night or Saturday, but we'll see what happens from there. Alright, but what I want to do now, as the title below says, well, since there wasn't a Raw, you know, with matches and everything, even though it was just some segments, you know, with Roman Reigns interview, then his face-to-face thingy with Brock Lesnar, with Seth Rollins interview, we saw Dean Ambrose there, and then we saw the replay of the WWE title match from Royal Rumble and the Royal Rumble match itself. So I was like, I'm not gonna bother, even reviewing this, because it was kind of like 3 hours of just segments, and then those 2 matches, and that was it. It's like, I'm not gonna review it, you know. If I wanted to do that, you know, why even do a Royal Rumble review? You know, since Raw was snowed in on Monday, if you didn't know that by now. So since Smackdown was gonna be live, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for your late night Smackdown live review for January the 29th, 2015. So, SmackDown was live from the Hartford Center, the XL Center in Hartford. You know, big ups to my good friend Jeff the Iceman. He's from Connecticut, it's around the area. So, big ups to my good friend Jeff. So, SmackDown should have been live because this episode sucked!
Get my glasses.
Speaking of sucking, hi Rosa.
Sure.
I digress. So anyway, this show sucked from beginning to end. I mean, there was a couple of segments that were okay, but 4 matches. The rest of the show was segments. Fucking horrible! It was like watching TNA from like months ago. When it was bad.
Where'd you put my grocery money?
Oh, I'll give it to you after, okay? So, anyway, talk about the money that you wish you had. Look at the money! Look at the money! It's all about the money! Yeah. Payday, bitches. Well, I got more, but, you know, it's in my bank account. You can't touch, so fuck you, man! So, like I said, this show sucked from beginning to end. And we start off with the game, Triple H. So he comes in the ring and he jokingly says, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw." And so that was kind of funny. And I was like, wait a minute, it's not Monday. And he's like, and he talks about this wacky, epic snowstorm Juno, which basically was nothing here in the Northeast. You know, here in New Jersey, we only got about 6 to 8 inches. You know, Jeff the Iceman got like about a foot of snow almost. You know, all the way from Boston, they got like 2 to 3 feet. Too bad they didn't crush Sean's View Entertainment's house, but I digress. So anyway, and he talks about, you know, the media, you know, people saying, "Oh, we gotta postpone Raw." You know, he says that the WWE doesn't like to be told what to do, and for the first time, Raw emanated from its headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. And he says a lot of people said that they couldn't get 1 million subscribers for the WWE Network, but he said that they indeed have 1 million subscribers, and he tells all the subs, "Thank you. Thank you for subscribing, because at WrestleMania, you're all gonna unsubscribe." You know why. You know why. So he says, they said they couldn't do a show in Hartford, which is why he's here to say, welcome, Hartford, to Thursday Smackdown Live! Ugh. And he talks about it's been a controversial week, and there's also controversy surrounding the NFL. So he kind of brings up the Super Bowl and Deflategate, and he makes some, wisecracks. He said the NFL and Roger Goodell have a problem with their balls, and he said some guys like their balls soft, and some like them hard. My balls are always hard. Yeah. So he said WWE never has a problem with balls, unlike Roger Goodell, who does nothing when there's controversy. The WWE reacts. So Triple H says that he will deal with a current problem in the man called Sting. So he says he will go face to face with Sting at Fastlane on February the 22nd and resolve it. Then he says the Royal Rumble event was spectacular and the fans started booing. Triple H is like, well, the WWE title match was the best match I've ever seen. The fans are cheering, And he says Cena proved that he is the past, and Rollins proved that he is the man and the future, and Brock Lesnar proved that he is the beast and still your undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And he said the problem was the Rumble match itself, so the fans boo, you know why. And he said when the match was over, that building was rumbling and people were going crazy. And the next day it got worse with everyone talking about it, from ESPN to, the news and everywhere else on the internet. And he said if you don't know, then he'll show everyone. So we get a replay of Roman Reigns throwing Big Show and Kane over the ropes, and the fans are booing, and then Rusev comes in, and he gets a spear and thrown over the ropes for his trouble, so making it official that Roman Reigns wins the Roman match, and he gets his title shot against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 on March the 29th. Then Triple H says that on this coming Raw, this Monday's Raw, February 2nd, since after the Raw, he'll be on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, though. But before he does that, he says that he's gonna make an announcement that will shake the WWE universe to its core. Seth Rollins alert! Seth Rollins alert! Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Seth Rollins, he's gonna use his authority power, and I think Seth Rollins is gonna get put in, make it into three-way, Brock Lesnar defending against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So we kind of get a little Shield reunion with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And that's what I'm thinking, but it could be anything else. It is live for us, so, we'll see what happens. Then we hear the music of Roman Reigns. He comes out through the crowd, and he cuts a crappy promo like always. I don't see any controversy, and I wonder why a Roman match, cockfish, we'll do that. And the fans boo, and he says, that means I'm going to WrestleMania! I mean, that's why Roman Reigns fucking sucks. He can't even fucking talk straight. That was a bad Roman Reigns impersonation, but I ain't giving back! So anyway, then Triple H says, well, then we'll see if you win this match. So then we hear the music go, well, it's the Big Slow. So Big Show and Roman Reigns continue this stupid feud. So that's going to be our first match of the night. But I gave that segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with Triple H and his big announcement on Raw this coming Monday night. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we go to commercial, and we see a WWE Network commercial plugging the free trial for new subscribers. And Vince McMahon appears later to talk about it. He appeared after the match, so I kind of spoiled that little segment for you, but whatever. So we got to the match, Roman Reigns versus Big Show. And this match was okay. It wasn't great, but, it is what it is. The fans were booing, and there's some cheers, so, let's go, Roman! Roman sucks! Kind of like what Cena gets. So, it was a pretty slow match. Roman knocked Show out of the ring, and after they went to commercial, after they come back, Big Show was on the offense as, he started beating him up on the outside, and, he threw him in, and then he locked in a really, weird-looking leg lock, and, like, I can't show it to you, but, Roman Reigns had his leg, Big Show had Roman Reigns' leg kind of like almost in the ankle lock a la, Jack Swagger and Kurt Angle, but Roman Reigns is like almost on his head, and he's like, and Big Show's like this with his leg. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? And he's holding on to it tight, but Roman breaks free. He gets the ropes, and gets to the top rope, uses momentum to pull Show over the top rope with his feet. Then Roman did, his usual trademark 5 moves of doom, the running boot to the face, the Samoan drop, and, more boos and, cheers from the crowd. And then, he looks for the Hulk Fist, Superman punch, but Big Show counters, with a choke slam. He goes for the pin, but only a 2 count. Then, all of a sudden, Big Show goes to the top rope. Uh-oh. He's gonna break the ring. But Roman catches him with not 1, but 2 Superman punches. But Big Show doesn't go down, so he hits, well, he didn't fall down the first one, so Roman Reigns hits him with another Superman punch. Then he press slams Big Show off the top rope. Then he does the usual, ooh, ah, and he hits the spear and gets the win. So, more momentum for Roman Reigns, heading into Raw this coming Monday night. So, we'll see what happens with him, So, I'm here. So, I give the match 3 out of 5 stars. Then we see Vincent Kennedy McMahon, in a taped segment, most likely. And he says, we're in the fast lane to WrestleMania. And he plugs the free month of February trial for new subscribers of the WWE Network. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Because I'm not going to watch Fastlane on the freaking WWE Network for I would say $9.99, but it's free if you subscribe to the network, which I'm not going to do, because I'm already subscribed to a much better network, Ring of Honor. And now you have to pay $59.99 a year. So, fuck you. And I get better exclusive matches than what WWE has. Even though they have old WCW Nitros, they have, Starrcade. I can watch Starrcade on freaking YouTube, or, Hulu, all the freaking internet sites I can watch all that shit. Whatever. I digress. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. So we see the casket for tonight's main event between Daniel Bryan, yes, and Kane. So after that, we see what was shown on Raw with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get in the chopper! It's not a tumor! He's going to be in the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame. Joining the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah! Dig it! So, I wonder who's going to induct him. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Bruno Sammartino, or maybe Vince McMahon himself, but who knows. So, after that, we get a segment with Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank. He comes out with J&J Security, No More Mercury. So, he talks from the ramp. Well, at first he talks on the ramp. He says he proved at the Royal Rumble just how good he is. And he said he was just 1 second away from pinning John Cena after that gorgeous Phoenix splash and becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And he said he stuck a dagger and broke Brock Lesnar's ribs, which he did after he dove on the Brock onto the Spanish announce table. And he says he still has the future, meaning the Money in the Bank briefcase, which he still has about a few months left on it, firmly within his reach. And he says he's feeling so good that he's going to issue an open challenge to anybody in the entire building who thinks they are even half the man that he is. So who's going to accept the challenge? Feed me more eggs! Steve Wilkos, Ryback. So he comes out. So it looks like it's going to be our second match of the night, Ryback versus Seth Rollins, but that doesn't happen as Noble and Mercury attack Ryback from behind, and then Rollins joins in, making it a 3-on-1 attack. And then Eric Rowan comes out down to the ring, and Rollins kicks Rowan in the head, so, right, thanks for coming, Eric. Then they continue their attack on Ryback, and then the show-off, Dolph Ziggler comes in, he attacks Rollins. So basically the three members who got fired, a couple weeks back, and then got rehired, and only two of the three were in the Rumble. Well, actually, all three were in the Rumble, even though Rollins took Curtis Axel's spot, and everybody's like, oh, Curtis Axel should have won the Rumble! Fuck Curtis Axel, he's gonna get released soon anyway. So all you Curtis Axel fans, go suck a dick. But I digress. So Dolph comes in, he attacks Rollins, but Ziggler gets rammed into the announce table. Thanks for calling, Dolph. And then Ryback, doing the distraction, tries to catch Rollins and almost hits Shell Shock, but Seth gets away and J&J pulls him out, but J&J almost gets, beaten up by the three men in the ring, but Seth pulls him away, and that's basically it. So I guess on Monday Night Raw, guess what's gonna happen? A 6-man tag team match! A Teddy Long special! Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler are most likely against J&J Security, Noble Mercury, and Seth Rollins in a 6-man tag. Whoop-de-damn-do! That's all I gotta say about that. So I get that whole segment, clusterfuck, 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We see Kane in the bowels of the XL Center with the casket. So he cuts a little promo asking if Daniel Bryan even knows what happens in the casket match. Yeah, I know what happens. So he explains what he'll do to Daniel Bryan in this match. He asks God to have mercy on Bryan's soul because the devil's favorite demon will not. So a little hype going into the casket match in the main event later at the end of the night. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we find out that John Cena is going to address Alexander Rusev later tonight. So we'll see what happens from there. So then we get to match number 2. Tyson Kidd taking on Jay Uso with, Natalya and Cesaro at ringside, and Naomi and her husband Jimmy were at ringside. So this match was pretty short. Basically it was, Jimmy got his offense in, Tyson got his offense in. Tyson picks up the victory after Cesaro caused a little distraction and Jimmy dove onto him. I'm surprised that Natalya and Naomi didn't get into it, but what are you going to do? Tyson used the distraction and hit his finisher, that cradle suplex turn. I don't know what he calls it, but it's pretty effective. So he picks up the win, and looks like they're setting up a match between the Usos defending the tag titles against the Masters of the Universe, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, for Fastlane. You never know who's going to win there. Because I think they're setting up the Ascension, the Usos, at WrestleMania, and that's probably when the Ascension finally wins the belts they should have won months before. But, since the Ascension wasn't getting over, now they're starting to get over, especially with that win against the Old Age Outlaws at Royal Rumble. We'll see what happens. So, like I said, I gave that match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, there we see Kane in the casket again. We see this ongoing theme here. Alright, then we get to the John Cena addressing Alexander Rusev. Rusev smashed Lana pussy. Yeah. So speaking of Rusev and Lana, they're in the ring as come back from commercial, and they are angry about the outcome. Well, Rusev and Lana are both angry at the outcome of the Royal Rumble. Well, they should be, because they should have won. So Rusev says he's the most dominant superstar and the only undefeated superstar in WWE history, and you're United States champion. So the fans chant, USA! USA! So he says the chants don't give him Lesnar. I think Lesnar and Rusev would have been a much better match than Lesnar and Roman Reigns, but that's my opinion. So he says that they give him a man. You give me a man with no title, a man from the past, John Cena. Cena has no hunger, no desire, and Cena is not the superstar that he is, that I am, and Cena is a loser. So, and he says, Cena doesn't belong in the ring with me, Alexander Rusev. So then, Cena comes out to spoil the segment again, as usual. So Cena says that he and the WWE Universe don't always see eye to eye, but says that they will agree when he says that Rusev needs to shut the hell up before he shuts it for him. Ooh, big bang, John, with your, ooh. No, I'm the monkey, just saying. He says Rusev needs to get a lesson in respect towards him, and ever since he's been in WWE, Rusev has crushed everything in his path and has made the biggest mistake in his life. I guess the biggest mistake in his life was, getting into a stare down with John Cena and winning the ring with him. Then he says, I'm John Cena, bitch. Well, he didn't say bitch, thankfully. And he says he had a championship before Rusev had pubes and Lana had boobs. I think The Rock fed him that line. Didn't you, Dwayne? Idiot. Then he tells him the dance monkey, and we're doing the Hartford Hoedown. Oh, this segment's getting worse and worse as it is. Cena doesn't have it anymore. I'm sorry. His promo's just bad. With his little puns and shit. Fuck him. So, he says he wants to, fight Rusev right now, and then Lana tells Rusev that, not to waste your time on puny American John Cena. So, and Rusev says that he will fight, Cena says that he will fight Rusev at Fastlane, and he will beat him. Thankfully it's not a title. And I hope he doesn't win, burying Rusev in his undefeated streak. So then he ends with, the champ is here! You don't have no belt. You can't say the champ is here, bitch. So shut the fuck up. So we see Rusev and Lana walk up the ramp, ending the segment. So, little hype going into their match at Fastlane. So, I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that was it. Yeah. Alright, then we get an announcement from Mitchell Cole and Byron Saxton and Jerry the King Lawler that another match has been added to the card, and, along with Cena versus Rusev. Paige is going to take on Nikki Bella for the Divas title. Yeah, that should be good. I hope Paige wins, but we all know Nikki's going to win, and then hopefully AJ comes back, beats the shit out of Nikki Bella. Saves the women's division, unless Charlotte gets brought up by WrestleMania time, but I doubt that. But because we all know that Charlotte's probably going to lose the NXT Women's title to either Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch, and God forbid Bayley. I really don't want to see Bayley with the NXT Women's title. I don't. So anyway, that leads to a promo with Renee Young and Paige, and Renee is trying to ask Paige, congratulations on getting the title match at Fastlane. But then the Bella sluts come in, and they make fun of Paige, they say, oh, you're so pale, they calling her a vampire. Nikki says that she looks like a blood-sucking vampire, and, because Paige basically looks like Sheamus as a woman, but I digress. Then Paige hits Nikki with an elbow, but Brie comes in, and both of them start attacking Paige and beating her down, and then Brie picks Paige up for Nikki to hit Paige with her patented wicked forearm. So that was it. So I guess a little bit of hype going into their match at Fastlane for the Divas title. So I give it 2 out of 5 stars. Traditional Divas reading. Alright, then we get to match number 3. Gold. Stardust taking on the Ascension. This match was, what it was. It wasn't great. Wasn't perfect. Just what it was. Before the match started, they showed a pre-taped promo from the Ascension, and they're talking about beating the Outlaws on Sunday, and said they will beat Stardust and Old Dust tonight. So we got to the match, and Goldust was a little bothered because he wanted to start the match, but Cody Stardust was like, I got this. Cosmic time. I got the Cosmic Key! They really need to split them up and get the face paint off both of them. Fucking horrible. But the Ascension dominated for a few minutes until Stardust finally got the hot tag to Goldust, and he started cleaning house. It's a nice power slam on Victor. and then he was trying for an Irish whip, and Stardust gets a blind tag, tagging himself in. Goldust was pissed, and then Connor knocks Goldust off their apron as this was happening, and then they hit the Fall Man on Cody as they get the win. So 2 in a row for the Ascension. Ooh, break them up. So, you know, maybe it's the start of the Ascension's little rise to the tag team titles. I hope maybe at WrestleMania, but we'll see. So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it was what it was. Alright, then they show Kane in the casket again. And then we see Justin Flom from Sci-Fi's Wizard Wars, you know, that magic show. Woo! Magic! Doing a magic trick. And we see Alicia Fox, Summer Rae, Zack Ryder, woo woo woo! You don't know it. And R-Truth watching on. And then we see Miz and Damien Mizdow interrupt them. And Justin Flom gives Miz an egg and tells him to put a handkerchief into an egg. Right? So Justin proves that he really has an egg in his hand, and he breaks it over to Miz's forehead. Wow! Magic! Magically lame! So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. It was just stupid. Not needed. Just to hype up the stupid show. Whoop, freaking knew. Then we get a backstage promo from Bray Wyatt. Kind of creepy. And he asks, what makes us smile? Loved ones? Money? Money makes us smile. Ooh, look at the money. You wish you had. And something from your childhood, stuff like that. So he says he's different. He's not like us. Yeah, he's creepy. And he says he fears nothing, living or dead. Then he says after what transpires next, it will be hard for us to ever smile again. Now I wonder what that means. Can you say The Undertaker? Maybe? But we'll see what happens. Because they're trying to maybe promote The Undertaker coming back at WrestleMania, facing Bray Wyatt. And we'll see what happens from there. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Kind of intriguing, but we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks. Alright, there we see Kane bringing the casket out for the main event, which is our final match of the night. This match was okay. It wasn't the best casket match that I've ever seen, but I've seen better. So Kane tried twice early on to get Bryan in the match. Bryan in the casket, actually. Kane was then knocked into it early on, but sat up quickly like The Undertaker, like his brother. And we go to commercial, we come back, and Kane was on the offense trying to get Bryan into the casket, but he got out before falling in it. Bryan then got close to going in again, but he used his own momentum, his arms to pull himself up, and used his legs to pull Kane in. Kane got away. Bryan then dives on the Kane from the top rope to the outside. He tries again, but was caught this time and rammed it into the post. Back first. Excuse me. And then Kane kicks him in the face as they get in the ring, and, well, on the apron, I should say. And then Bryan falls into the casket, and Kane looks like he's about to win the match as he's trying to shut the casket lid. But Bryan fights it up with his legs and hands to keep the lid open. And he kicks Kane in the face, and he gets out of the casket. Kane then knocks down Bryan to the floor with a hard right hand. And he's back on the offense, but Bryan mounts some offense with a running clothesline, kicks to the body, and Kane goes after him, but Bryan pulls down the top rope, causing Kane to fall outside the ring, but not into the casket. Then Bryan hits a running dive onto Kane at ringside, and then a running dropkick on Kane near the barricade. Bryan gets up holding his neck. That's not good. Then he charges, but Kane back body drops Bryan over the barricade, then over the announce table. And Kane brings in a steel chair, hits Bryan over the back with it, not once, but twice. They finally get back in the ring. Bryan fights his way back, but he gets choke slammed. He's about to get put in the casket, but he comes back, locks in the yes lock, really awkwardly on Kane in the casket. Bryan then closes the lid, but Kane keeps it open with his arm. And then Bryan with his usual yes kicks on Kane, but Bryan hits, and then Bryan hits him with a right hand and gets out of the casket as Kane counted it. Then Kane goes for a tombstone. Bryan reversed it. Kane charges, but Bryan moves. Kane back near the casket, and Bryan hits a running kick knee plus, excuse me, and knocks Kane into the casket, closes the lid. That's it. Daniel Bryan wins and thankfully ends this freaking feud. So, match itself was, like I said, it wasn't the greatest match in the world. It wasn't the greatest casket match in the world. So I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, we see a reminder that for everyone to watch Raw for Triple H's big announcement. And then they show Daniel Bryan doing the yes chant on top of the casket, and then he goes off the ramp, does some more yes chants as they go off the air. So, that was it. But Smackdown tonight, for me, was kind of boring. You know, some hype for Fastlane, and that was basically it. You know, I have fucking lecture. So, like I said, subpar show in my opinion. I gave it 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought of SmackDown tonight. What you think Triple H's announcement was gonna be for Raw. You know, and just give me your overall thoughts of SmackDown. And that's basically it. So, thank you all for watching this video. I will be back tomorrow night or early Saturday morning with my TNA review. So, check that out as my third and final video, my trio of back-to-back-to-back videos this week. So, check them all out. Give them a like, dislike, we don't give a fuck. Hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to my other channels. All the links down in the description box. Follow me on Facebook. Friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Gilmore Inc. INC in capital letters. And if you have any questions, going SmackDown, going Raw, going Fastlane, WrestleMania, TNA, Ring of Honor, CZW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, anything in the world of wrestling that you want to ask me, my favorite, casket match, stuff like that, put a question down below. You send up 3 questions if you want. Or you can inbox me on this channel, direct message me on Twitter, and that's it. So, hopefully, start getting questions in, because I really want to do another Q&A. I want to give back to my fans, unlike some people we know. Charles for Entertainment. But, I digress. So, thank you all for watching this video, and I will be back tomorrow with my TNA review, or Saturday morning. We'll see what happens. So, thank you all for watching. I'm going to have a late night snack, and then I'm going to hit the hay, because I got to get up early tomorrow, because I got a half day of work. Yeah! So, I'm going to get ready for the weekend. Going to get a little snow tonight here in the Northeast, but it's just going to be a dusting. Almost under an inch of snow. Whoop-de-damn-do. So, but Monday we might get a big one. They're saying maybe 3 to 6 inches. Not good, but not good if you're in Boston, because you might get, if this storm that we're getting here moves a little bit north, as they may be predicting it might be, you're going to be on the 4 feet of snow. On top of the three, you're going to get a lot of snow, just put it that way. And you guys don't need it, but I digress. So, we'll see what happens. So, I'm Peter Gilmore, I'm signing off. I'm hungry. So, I'm going to tell the wench in the kitchen to make me a sandwich, and I'm going to eat it and have fun. So, thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore, signing off. Peace out. Rock on. We'll see you motherfuckers next time. Peace.